Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think my voice is always loud. Always loud. Okay. Okay. One feature we will expect is our team member to be very fearless. Be very fearless. Because you covered a lot of other points saying transparent, honest, be clear. If he's fearless, he will be obviously transparent. He will be obviously honest. When he is very transparent and honest, 90% of the issues which come to the manager is already resolved. So we feel that is the most important thing you should be treating your manager.
Yeah.
You should be fearless. You should be open-minded. You should be transparent. If you completely give yourself to your manager instead, then there is no problem. Everything will be good.
And the impacts of that, impact.
Make and leading managers is basically learn the decision criteria or the criteria which they use in making the decisions. It's basically about understanding the bigger picture and why they are making some decisions. So that at some point we should be able to take those responsibilities and will also grow and as a people will also be able to take bigger responsibilities.
Sort of one is whenever there is problem, so we should go with alternative solutions also to our manager, not only with the problems, with solutions also, so that it can save managers time and in decision making, like they both can help in solving the problems easily. So an impact will be that it will save managers time as well as organization's time. And at the same time, the other thing is be proactive of communicating what you want to communicate the problem as early as possible. And there is this thin line between being transparent and being restrained. So we have to decide what should be communicated and what not.
Our team think will make some channels to bring more sensitive information to manager. So he can be free to think about team and as an individual we think we should take accountabilities and we should make support vibes to leader to be a best leader. So they can think about the team, how the team is growing and how the team is learning because learning never ends and as we are growing, Metagive is growing. Thank you.
Point, but finally we come out with the same point that we have to keep our manager updated about key facts, the key updates, what are the work we are having and the personal things. Again, this will bring trust and more relationship will be built. And overall, the benefit that you're going to have is that be able to do things in more confident way and with the visibility increase both the manager and the client. So that I think.
I always believe in a leader, so the relationship should be healthy, and that is why a leader should not do something and report something which is of no use. So the first thing is the communication should be bilateral, and a leader should know when to escalate issue to the manager and when to press the alarm well in time, so that the damage control can be done. But the whole reporting should be done in concise and self-explanatory manner, so that a manager can take informed decisions and take decisions which benefit all in the team. Thank you.
For us, what we think is an individual should be knowing his manager very well, so that he can provide the structured information to him. It's not only the information; it should be structured information. How the manager wants to have that information. So once you provide the structured information, it builds better relationship with you, it builds the trust, and most importantly, it aids timely and correct decisions made by the manager, which saves the time of manager, ultimately saves the time of manager.
The first thing is the manager should know the point of view. The leader should know the point of view of the manager. That's the first thing, and also should understand the concerns and the decisions, specifically in the difference of opinion. Otherwise, there is always an understanding between the manager and the leader, but specifically in the difference of opinion, we need to get into the uh, manager's shoe also and get to know his point of view, why something is going on, why some decision has been made. So that's one thing. This thing will bring in the leader's proactiveness towards the implementation. And the other thing is noticing the possibilities and the and converting the possibilities into the opportunities. So this will lead to increase the value in the team as well as in the company also. Thanks.
So the point is to keep the manager informed about the short-term goals. And along with short-term goals, we should also inform him about the long-term planning and goals, and that how the plan to achieve them along with. Okay. And the team, the benefit for the organization would be to ready for the team will be ready for the upcoming challenges. So that will be a beneficial for the organization also.
Leader should work as a filter between the management and the team. If we understand everything with earth, sun, if sun is management, earth is team, and space is the client, then team lead should work as the atmosphere of the earth. So we need to keep only what is important to grow the team. So everything the rest should be stopped to come to the earth. The same thing is the earth also. If anyone is throwing any stone in the, so everything should not reach to the space. So what is important enough and strong enough, then only we should go to the space. And whatever is going to the space, earth should get the benefit from it. So this is what we think about the team lead in the management.
Covered most of the points. Actually, the first. So what we discussed and think that we should prepare concise and short goals with the list of all possible solutions. So in terms of team and
Point of view. The first thing to improve is, I think we should improve the discussion time. We should have a healthy discussion with the manager. Because 90% of problems are getting solved over the discussion. So there is too many things which are not they are getting done because of orders. While we are taking orders, starting in orders, because most of the time we are doing that. Just taking orders from the managers that we have to do this and this. So I think the best thing is to have a healthy discussion. And the discussion should be a 2-minute discussion. It's not should not be a 1-minute discussion. It should be a 2-minute. And second thing is managers should know individuals, teams of the team member also, not only the team lead. Because sometimes team lead can be biased to anyone's performance. Because sometimes he did well, sometimes someone did not well. So my team leads which can be sometimes biased. So it's better to have a good lead. We should have a meeting with the manager and the individuals once in a while. The manager should know. The manager should know. So the manager should know the individual team's performance also rather than the team lead. Because the team lead is good, but manager should also know the every team member's performance once in a year or once in a while. So it's very good to have a better record and better needs. So and the team member should not fear about management and the management should not nothing like that manager is there. There should not be fear factor between the team members and the managers. And leads perspective is to make friendship between and make a good relation between the team members and the managers. He should be the person where the manager come easily and where the team members come easily to them. So I think it's a better bridge between the manager and members.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's an important. I just wanted to to mention one thing. So obviously we've been talking about the relationship with the manager and how we go about that. Probably the most important thing you can do, other than your plan, which we've spoken about, is ask your manager, how do you like to be managed? How do you like to receive information? You know, they will tell you. I took a role with a company called EMAP. I was working for a CEO called Rupert, a really, really good CEO. And day one, I sat with Rupert and said, okay, and the job I had was to assess the company and help them develop a plan for growth. And so I sat down with them and I said, so Rupert, how do you want to manage me? How do you want me to manage you? How do you want to receive information? How do you consume information? You know, what do you want to know? What don't you want to know? Just tell me how this should work. And we spent 15, 20 minutes talking about that, after which we never had to have that conversation again, because we both knew exactly how to deal with each other, and it was a very, very healthy and good relationship. So ask the manager, how do you want me to manage you? How do you want to manage me? How do you want to receive information? Okay. So does anyone have any questions from the last session? Upwards questions. No questions. Well, that's good. That means you've understood it, and hopefully the discussions are helping, right? Is everything good? Okay, there's a question over here. Can we have the microphone over here, please? Thank you. Hi.
So, question maybe from the last session, in which we covered the personal attention and getting in touch with personally. So, how to decide that we are not getting in the personal territory of interfering in the personal life?
Now that is a very good question, because you have to respect people's privacy. I don't know what the laws are here in India, but in England, the HR laws around personal information and you can't ask someone, are you religious, or are you can't ask certain questions. But if someone tells you, that's fine, but you just can't have those kind of discussions in the UK. There's laws around it. You can end up in court. It's not good. So it's a very, very good question. And actually, it's communication. You need to foster a relationship with your team members that is personally relaxed. If that makes sense. So you give the space to be able to have conversations, and you build trust with them so that they feel that they can share information with you if they want to. You can't really say, so what's going on at home this week? Any of your family ill? You can't. It's not that kind of. It's not a tick box exercise. So you need to foster the relationship and build the trust first, so that they feel that they can share that personal information with you. But it's also a good idea to speak with your team and say, look, if you have anything going on at home, if you have anything going on in your personal lives that is going to affect your work, and you want confidentially to let me know, we can have that conversation, but so that they know that they can come to you. They know it's going to be confidential. You're not going to go tell anyone else whatever they talk to you about. But you're not saying to them, you have to tell me, what's going on. You just need to make sure that they feel that they can come to you. Sorry, does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Just to add, if we can, so I'm loud enough, just to add to your point, the more interaction that we have with the team members, I think we'll get to know how much he or she is comfortable to discuss what kind of issues, personal points which can impact the work. And I think it's only the point which you can gain the trust on the both sides, and then this will help us to understand what what are the personal territories which we can intervene, or where should we stop? I think that can help us to have more interaction and understand the discussions which are going on. So this can help us in that.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a you've got to balance, and it's a careful balance. But you've got to balance a couple of things. You've got to balance building a friendly, open relationship with the people in your team, while being absolutely clear that you are the manager. You're not you may go out with them after work, and they may be your friends, but in work you're their manager. So you need to make sure that's clear, but in a friendly, approachable, trusting, caring way, if that makes sense. It takes practice.
I would also like to add one more point. So far, we have been talking about passing the information from team to lead and to manager. But the most important thing is everyone should have time to interact with each other. Yeah. So managers should give time to leads, and leads should give time to the team members. It should be it could be scheduled, should be like just a random discussion, but it's important to give time to each other for any kind of discussion, be it work related or be it personal.
No, absolutely. I was pleased to hear that retrospectives are happening in teams, and retrospectives are really important from a project point of view. And I think it was mentioned earlier on that we have a retrospective talking about the technical things, but we don't have a retrospective about things outside of that. And actually, what you're saying is true. You do need to have other knowledge sharing and conversations. And time to build that team. So as a manager, in your planning, which is a purposeful thing, you need to make sure you're building in time for your team to become a team, to gel as a team, and to work as a single unit. So thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
We are talking about the good scenarios, like manager should do this, lead should do this. But suppose we get some negative case where our manager don't want to listen our personal things. We don't want to discuss the thing with us. We don't want to get involved in our things, which is affecting our work. Then what would be my role in this case as a team lead? Maybe.
So are you saying, as a team lead, your manager doesn't want to discuss stuff, or hypothetically, yeah, absolutely. So, and that's actually that's a good question. I think what I would be tempted to do in that situation is maybe go speak to one of the HR team, maybe and ask for some advice on how to handle that situation, because a good manager should, if someone's coming to them and saying, I've got something affecting my work, and we talk about it, they shouldn't be saying, no, I'm not interested. So if your manager's behaving in that way, hypothetically, then you need someone else you can go to, right? And it's not always a good thing to go to your manager's manager, because actually going over the top of your manager's head is confrontational in some respects. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But you've got a really good HR team here. I say that because they're all sat at the back. You've got a really good HR team here. And their job as human resources is not just to deal with hiring and recruitment and all that sort of stuff. They're here to help everybody in their work from a human relations point of view. That's why it's called HR. So I would go and speak with HR and confidentially, because HR will hold those conversations confidential. And they'll offer some advice, because they will know the manager, they'll know that particular circumstance, and they may be able to go to that manager and actually coach them in how to better deal with you. So if you think about that slide that I had with all of the different managers that you don't just have your line manager, you've got IT and HR and finance and customer managers and what have you. So you can feel free to go speak with HR, and then they, in turn, can feel free to speak with that manager, because it's their job to do that. Does that help?
Yep.
Good.
Just to clear